You're listening to She's the Business podcast. Hey guys, how are you this week? Today I'm coming online and going to be talking a little bit about money or ways that you can make more money right now without lots of time in setting up something brand new or a new program because so much work goes into that. But let's look at 5 simple things that you could really easily do right now that would generate some more revenue for your business. Hi, I'm your host, Jessica Osborne, and in my 23 years of business and marketing, I've built many brands to become multi-billion-dollar companies. And just in the last 10 years, I've built 2 online businesses of my own from my dining room table with 2 little babies running around at my feet. I've made it my mission to inspire you to get out of your own way and become the successful business owner who's living the lifestyle you really desire without all the hustle. This is She's the Business podcast, made by women for women. This is your weekly dose of motivation and inspiration. I know that while we're in holiday season, most of us who have families and, we're trying to do the juggle of school holidays, kids, maybe a little bit of business here and there, we don't have a lot of time on our hands right now. And we probably don't even have a lot of brain space to be thinking about it. So these 5 really simple tips on what you could do just to generate some more cash in your business today are really just some things that you could think about that you'd be able to implement really quickly and simply without stuff. You don't need lots of tech or setup. It's really what you can do with what you've got today. So let's get started. What is tip number 1? So the first one, and your absolute low-hanging fruit at any point in time, any business, whatever stage you're at, are your existing or your past customers. They've already bought from you. They know you. They likely trust you, and hopefully they've had a really great experience. So think about how you could reach out to your existing customers or your past customers and make an offer to them. So maybe it's an additional service, it's signing on to something else. Often they are quite keen to work with you and potentially very willing to, but they just aren't thinking of that right now. It's not front of mind for them at the moment. So by you reaching out and popping a little note into their inbox, they know it's a simple way to generate some extra sales. And those are your existing customers who are already there. They already know you. It's not a big sell. You literally just have to let them know that something's available. A simple one that you might like to try is something like, hey, I've got an available spot right now, or I've got a space for a new project coming up in the next week. If you'd like it, just respond and we can go from there. It doesn't have to be complicated. You don't need to create a lot of copy around it. Just send that message out. So number 2 would be think about whether you could take something you're already doing and run a paid masterclass, or turn a template or something that you tend to use in your business, maybe in your service that you're doing for your clients, but turn it into a digital download that people could purchase from you. So that's really simple. Again, you don't need a big launch around this. You can literally just launch it to your existing email list. So you could send out an email to people who are on your list and let them know that you've got it available and where to buy it. You could put it on your website. There's more that you could do, but it's very simple to put together something like a paid masterclass. You can run it live. You don't need to have a lot of preparation. You just need a date and a time. Do it on Zoom. It can be free. We don't need a lot of stuff to make that happen. Number 3. So you might not like this one, especially if you're a woman and you're listening. We all avoid the whole money talk all the time, but raise your prices. So there you go. Really simple. Raise your prices on your services. If you're sitting there thinking that what you do is really well priced in your market, maybe you're undervaluing yourself, I think you'll always know if there are other people who are charging more than you for a similar thing, then there is absolutely scope for you to raise your prices. And it's really down to you. It's down to your belief in your service and in yourself and the outcomes that you can get. But I ran a whole pricing workshop last year. I talk about this a lot in my programs and Business Jam. We go into pricing and the psychology of pricing, because as much as anything, pricing is so counterintuitive. We think that if we price low or price something for free, more people will want it. But often that's not the case. when you provide something that's free, people often don't value it. When you price something low, then they think it's not very good quality. So pricing is something that can be really hard. I certainly have had lots of struggles with it over the years. We feel like we need to price low in order to be able to get people to purchase. So I'd say that probably 99% of you listening have scope in your current pricing structure to raise your prices. There's lots of different ways you can think about it, and you don't even need to raise them for existing clients. You could just raise your marketed rates. So for new clients joining you would be coming in at a higher rate. That's a simple one. You've just got to have the balls to do it, or maybe not the balls, but the grit and determination, because of course, we are women mostly and we don't have balls. So number 4 is email your list. Make an offer and do it via email. So send it out to your list. Again, you might just be thinking about something you've already got, or a service that you want to fill. So hopefully you know exactly what it is that you want to be selling. And I would be focusing on that goal. Like, what is your main goal for your business? What is it that you want to be selling right now? If you can answer that question, then you know what it is that you want to sell. So make the offer. Send it out to people who are already in your community, who already know you, and just put it out there. It doesn't matter. You might be worried about that, but if you're not putting that offer out there, then nobody's buying. If you do put the offer out there, then you've got a chance of someone buying, and hopefully you get the amount of people buying that you want. But if you're not doing it at all, then the chances of someone buying is pretty much zero. So what I'm trying to say is not that just put it out there and it doesn't matter if no one buys, but exactly that. It actually doesn't matter if no one buys, because you're no worse off. It's taken you 10 minutes maybe to write an email and to send it out, and you've got a good chance of making some money from that. So it's a really simple one that you can just use for your existing programs or offers that you have. Put it out there and get somebody to respond. So hopefully this is where you know your ideal customer really, really well. You know what it is that they are looking for. You know how to talk to them in a way that it's not just a promotional email. You're providing some value. You're showing them the way that they can solve their problem. So it doesn't have to be really long. I know I tend to write long emails. If you're on my list and you're getting my emails, I do write some quite long ones because I always have plenty to say on topics, but I love to give a lot of value to my list. And so that means that when there is something that I have available, like I might be saying, hey, I've got some spots opening up on my group coaching program, or that I'm about to launch Business Jam. If you're wanting to get your marketing strategy sorted for once and all, then you get on the wait list. Then I get a good response because of the amount of value that I've provided to them in my emails. Number 5 is, and this is the 5th simple one, is think about your affiliate relationships. So a simple one that I like to do is any system that I use that is very useful, that's something that I love to use in my business, that offers an affiliate program, I sign up for that affiliate program. And then when it's appropriate, obviously I can share some of my experiences using that tool or using that system and provide my affiliate link with it so that anybody who is interested can join up. If they do, then I can earn a small commission from that sale simply by sharing that. So this is a great one to do, especially if you're in the business where you're doing program or course launches and you have live launches, and in between times you might want to, create a little bit of extra revenue without doing, a live launch, something like that. So this is where you could think about some content where you might give some advice or review on a tool that you use and providing your affiliate link there. What I would think about as well, and this is obviously the not as simple solution with the affiliates, but if you have the time to do it, would be to think about what you could add to that so that you give them an extra incentive to sign up with your link as opposed to maybe going direct themselves. So think about what you might be able to provide along with that so that someone's more enticed to click on the link and to join, and that you're also adding some value of your own with it. That's just something to have a ponder about, because I've seen it work really, really well before when you're not just saying here's a review and here's a link and just hoping people click on it, but you're really giving them an incentive and a reason why they want to, so that they are bought into what it is and they're getting a lot of value out of it from you as well as from the provider. something extra to think about. So that was sort of 5.5 simple ways that you could make some more money right now. All of these are super simple. Hopefully you've got those, you've got services, you've got something to sell already, and it's just about putting them out there in different ways. I hope that was helpful. If you've got any other ways that you have used that have been really good at a quick win or a super easy way to get an offer out there and get people buying it, then please share it with us in the comments. I'd love to hear your personal experience and your tips and feedback so that we can all learn from each other. Okay, have a good rest of your day, guys, and I will speak to you soon. Bye. Do you know what the number one challenge reported by the women joining my Facebook community, My Tribe, said that they were struggling with their marketing in 2021, and in fact, even in 2020 as well? And that was exactly how they should reach their ideal client. How do they even get in front of them in order to build their audience in the first place? That was it. And it wasn't a pick and mix. I didn't give them that answer. It was a free text question. So they could write in there anything they wanted at all. And the number of times that I saw somebody say, how to create awareness, how to get in front of my ideal client and build my audience. So many people just challenged by it. And why is that when there's such an abundance of ways that we can get in front of the ideal client? And I think it's probably that is exactly it. It's so overwhelming, isn't it? What should you do? What should you choose? What are the best ways? Whatever it is that you're doing right now might not be working. And I think it's a great time to sit back, reflect, and figure out what's the right way for you to do it. What are the ways that you're going to reach your prospective clients in 2022? So if that sounds like you, if that might have been what you wrote down in the questions on what is your biggest challenge with your marketing currently, then you're going to absolutely love the new freebie that I've just put together for you. It's called 12 Brilliant Ways to Reach Your Ideal Client. And in it, I share with you the 12 top ways that you could use in your marketing plan this year to reach a bigger, broader audience in order to attract those ideal clients in to your inner circle, into your, really well-defined audience and become real leads for you. So if you'd like to get your hands on this brand new freebie, then all you need to do is go to jessicaosborne.com/12 ways. So it's 12 ways. Very easy. You can download it there, and this is a little bit of great resource for your planning, for the planning of the new year. See what you're going to change up. What is it that you maybe haven't been doing that you could be doing? And what are those things that you've been doing and they're not very effective, and maybe you're going to drop them out of your plan this year? So please head over, grab the freebie. If you want the link, that it's in the show notes, and let's get you moving on up, having more success with your marketing in 2022.